Yeah,
Now it is.
it is recording, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. So yesterday we talked about include programs. So though include programs are not executable programs, but one include we can consume within the another include. Yes. So let's say I have include one, include two. I can consume include one and include two, and include two I can consume in my executable program. Okay, that means report program. So the same include I can consume in different programs. So that basically gives you the reusability kind of feature from this modulation techniques. Okay, so we already discussed about the include program. So how to use them? Basically, you have to use include keyword. Okay. Now let us talk about the function module. Basically, function modules are so already you know about in the C programs. So this function module concept also there in the C program also. So what exactly the function module doing? Let's say this is my function module. This is my function module. So basically, this take as an input, one input. Okay. This take one input and takes one input, that is some input value, and it gives me some output. Okay. It gives me output or a result. So I can, so what exactly in this, what do we have inside this function model? We have business logic. Okay. We have a business logic. Suppose what sort of business logic? For example, I want to calculate, let's say I want to calculate, uh, let's say I want to calculate the GST tax. Okay. Got it. So I will write instead of, so I know that the GST will be calculated at different places. Okay. So what I'll do, I will write some business logic inside this function module. So basically, this function module is compromising different parameters. So basically, you have a input parameter, then you have export also, export, then you have changing, and you have a tables. Then to handle the error, you have exceptions. Okay. So what exactly this input? Input will take a input values. Okay. This will give the result or a value. Changing can act both here, but return single value. Whereas table can act both, but return multiple value. Okay. Here the exception to handle error. Okay. Now please understand that let's say I want to calculate a GST tax. That this logic is required somewhere in my report program or maybe anywhere I require this. So I want that this function model I will reuse in different programs. What I'll do, I will write the business logic inside this function module. So basically what it will take a input value, means it can take a net, it can take a percentage, how many percentage you want to calculate a GST. So there are three kinds of GST. You have IGST, CGST, and SGST. So based on that, you can write the business log inside this function module, and through an export parameter, it will return the value. What was the GST percentage of the GST tax of the particular value? Okay. So if you want such kind of logic to be written in a function module, so that logic you can put it at different places. Okay. So this is the basic requirement of function module. That means Function modules are the sub-programs that contain a set of reusable statements. That means, as per the discussion, the last what I discussed, you have a GST a function module which will calculate a text, GST text. So you can write that part of program, and that program you will be utilizing a different program. Okay, like unlike include programs, function models can be independently executable. That means include programs cannot be executable, right? Yes, Dipti?
Yes, sir.
But
Include programs we cannot execute.
function module you can execute independently. That means, as I told, our TMGs are the function modules. There can be execute independently, right? Same way, so every function module you can execute independently. They can be, though they are not the report program, but you can execute them. Okay. Now, SAP system contains several predefined functions that can be called as a above program. So basically, SAP in normal function module. So as per the function modules concerned, we are not creating our own function module. Rather, we are using standard function module which has been created by the SAP itself. Okay. We do not use, if at all we need any function module to be created by a above consultant, then we will create a function module. Okay. So function, basically to store a function module, you need a function group. Okay. So what are the things I discussed in the function module? So contains subprogram to be utilized in different programs. So that means gives second one can be executed so where you can create this, create in SC. Yes. What is the transaction code? SC? Shiva, what is the transaction code?
SC37.
No, what is the, where you can create function group?
SC80.
SC80. So the function module, function builder. SC37. Okay. Now what are the types of function module? So different types of function modules are there. First one is you have a normal function module. Second one have a RFC. Remote function call. Okay. Third one have a object. This is called RFC. Okay, there are three kind of function module. So normally we are discussing about the, so we will currently be discussing an order function module, whereas these are called RFC, okay, and BAPI kind of function module. Okay. And these are basically update function module utilized to update the. Normally you have a some update function modules are there, like you can have a BAPI transaction comment. So these are basically update to used to update a database. Okay, normally you can use to update the database. Normal function models, these are normal function models. If you want to write a logic inside that particular function and keep on utilizing in different program, so that basically you will write for that kind of requirement, you will go for normal function model. No need to go for RFC. Suppose where exactly the RFC is utilized. So where exactly the RFC is utilized, let's say this is my ECC. Let's say this is my ECC. Okay. This is 6.0. Let's say I have a function module called z calculate text calculate underscore text. This is my function module name. What is my function module? Z calculate under. This function module, if you want to utilize in a SRM, let's say this is my SRM. My SRM server, and this is my CRM. Okay, this is my CRM. Now I cannot utilize this function module inside this CRM and SRM. What I'll do? First, I need to create a RFC destination. Okay. First, I need to create a RFC destination. So you know where to create a RFC destination. What is the transaction code? Yes, Shiva.
C59.
SM59.
SM59.
SM59. So here you need to create a RFC destination. Then what you need to do? You need to convert this function module into RFC function module. Normal function module you cannot consume from SRM or CRM. So to consume this function module from SRM, CRM, you need to convert this function module to RFC. So if you go, let me go to the function module. So here, let me display any function module, which I am displaying from GUI upload. This is function module utilized to upload the data, upload the content. So here I will go display over here. So in attribute, can you find there are three kinds of function modules are there, right? So first one is a regular function module, normal function module. Then you have remote enable modules. Okay, RFC, these are called RFC basically. Third one have update. So basically if you find, so this kind of function modules are remote enable. If you want to utilize, so if I want to utilize this function module in my SRM or CRM server, the second option has to be selected. Let's say I'm going to any sort of BAPI. Okay. So BAPI is nothing but it also a function module, right? Here, if I'll go to how can find the BAPI? So better is that you have to go a BAPI the transition. I will discuss all this in my BAPI topic. Long time. So here there is a called sales and distribution module is there. Cells and distribution. In the cells are create. So here there are different versions are there. I'll click on this. This is my function model. Okay, just copy this. Or just double click on that. You will maybe go to that function. Yeah, let me display over there. So can you see here? What sort of function model is this? Yes, it's a
Remote function.
remote function. That means the same BAPI I can consume from SRM, CRM. Okay. So this is the kind of RFC function models. Okay. Now these are the remote.
Other than destination, what we need to do, sir?
Other than destination, you need to see once you create a SM59, automatically that particular server will get connected to ECC. Okay. So from there, you can consume that particular BAPI or a RFC function model. Okay.
It's like we need to create in both the system or what?
This RFC destination.
In SRM system also we need to create a what?
Yeah, no, SRM system, I think from SCC side you have to create, that's for sure. Okay.
Okay.
So I think when they will connect, no, that both sides it will ask a credential. So I think you have given no RFC destination credential. So through that credential, they can access that particular function model. Okay.
That is what. In ACC we are creating one RF destination and we need to give the SRM credentials details. And then in SRM we need to create an RF destination. We need to
You can, yes, both the credential, both sides you have to give the credential. Mostly these are done by the basis consultant. Okay, RF destination.
Okay.
So we as a ABAP, we don't need to worry how this get created, but you have to inform that basis consultant, please create a RF destination so that the third party, this is not the third party, SRM belongs to SAP only, right? So other SRM server, CRM server, they can utilize this function model. Okay. So our part is that create a function model, write the business logic, and create a RFC, make the function model into a RFC function model, and tell the basis consultant create a RFC destination so that third party can utilize that particular function model. Okay. What the point? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically, mostly BAPIs are all BAPIs are not all BAPIs are RFC, but all RFC function models are not BAPI. Just remember this: all RFCs are BAPI. That means if you want to create a BAPI, then that has to be RFC function model. Without RFC function model, you cannot create a BAPI. Okay. But no, sorry, I written this wrong. All BAPI function models are RFC function model. Okay. But vice versa is not true. Okay, got it. Now let us talk about, I think, the last one. So here update function model. Let me
Sir,
tell me.
what is the difference between BAPIs and RFC, sir?
BAPI will be having the main difference is that BAPI and RFC is that business object BO. There is a business object. Okay. The transaction code is SW01. So any RFC function model, no, if you registered in this transaction code, that means if you created a business object for that, that is called as a BAPI. Okay. So this is the main difference between this RFC and BAPI. Okay. What's the point? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So
But again, you will discuss about this BAPIs and RFC, no, sir?
Yeah, I will discuss. That separate topic is there for that. Okay. Completely, I think it will take 5, 6, 7 classes will be there for that. Okay.
Okay.
So here we will talk about basically BAPI. So For timing, you just understand that if anybody asks what is the difference between BAPI and RFC, you have to tell that in BAPI, when a RFC function model is ready, then to convert that RFC into a BAPI, we have to go to the SW1 and you have to create a business object for that. Then that particular RFC will be called as a BAPI. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So
Yes,
that
sir.
function code is SW1. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me go to another kind of BAPI. I think that's mostly. So this is also kind of, see here, what is selected here? Immediate, start immediately. So here, see here, any, let me go to the. So, okay, so what happened now? I'm forgetting one function model updating. I remember that. But I will discuss more about this update function model in the tomorrow classes. Okay. I'm forgetting the detail because here there are a lot of concepts I need to discuss. Here, I think there is a ALUW concept is the logical unit of work. Okay. So that concept I will discuss. ALUW. Okay. So this is a little bit
Okay.
memory-wise concept I will discuss in the update function. But for time being, I'm just teaching these two kind of function model in detail. Okay. So now, okay, you got so normal function modules. So what are the standard? Some of the standard function models. So here you have a GUI underscore upload. Okay. GUI underscore upload, GUI underscore download also there. So as I told that you no need to create the your custom function model. All the function model has to be what are the function modules are created by already created by the SAP itself. You have to utilize that. Okay. In my whole career, I never created a function model, but other I have used. I created but very limited. Okay, very limited. 1-2 in my whole career, I have created 1-2 functions. So but generally, in the real time, you never going to create a new function model or a custom function model. Rather, you have to have a standard. You have to use standard one. Okay, if that is not fulfilled by any requirement, is not fulfilled by a standard, then the logic has to be given by functional constant. You can create your own function model. Okay. So now next we will discuss about. I will give the list of function modules. What are the function modules we will be utilizing part of report? So I will give a mostly frequently used function modules. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So here let us discuss the different parameters of now. The different parameters of function model. What are the different parameters of function model? So let me go to this slide. So first is import. Okay. As I told, different components of parameters. So first one you have an import, then you have an export, then you have exceptions. So exceptions means suppose there is a function module. If that function module didn't give a desired output, then that error has to be handled, right? So where you can handle some certain errors has occurred, right? We expect some result, but it is giving some different kind of dump is giving or some sort of error it is giving. Okay, then we can handle that in exception part. Okay, there is a division. So if anything divided by 0 will be always, you will get a divided 0 output error, right? Yes. So let's say any number divided by 0 is not acceptable in mathematics. So generally that kind of exceptions you can handle in an exception modules. Okay. So that will throw you divide by 0 dump. So that dump you can handle in that. So here you can give 1, 2, 3. Based on that you can handle exception in that. Okay. Got it? Yes, Shiva, got the point?
Yes, sir.
So what all you will do in exceptions? So exceptions basically it is used to handle the unexpected errors. Like suppose there is a division. Let's say I just use a division and let's say that numerator comes from 0. Okay. So anything divided by 0 in mathematics is called, we cannot define it. That means it's
It will
basically
It will throw an error.
It will throw an error. Okay, so that kind of error you can handle in exceptions. Okay, and now same way you have a tables and changing. So tables act as a both exporting and importing. That means this kind of parameter you can use both as exporting and importing, but you can input, you can bring a internal table inside that. You can pass whole internal table, and as a result you can get an internal table whole multiple records out of the function model. Okay, then 51, it is called changing. Changing means it will act as a work area. That means single value will be both. This changing will be act as a importing and exporting, but it will be taking a single value only, like whatever value is there in a work area, that value. Okay, you know what is the difference between internal table and work area, right? So here changing will be act as a import and export, but always will take a work area value. That means a single value will be taking by this function model. Okay. Now, as I told, there are three kind of function model. One is a normal function model. Okay. And second one is a remote anomal function model. Third one is update. So update I will discuss more clearly tomorrow when I'll discuss several logical end of work. So different kind of how basically you can create a update function model. Okay. So basically update function models. What are the update function model? Normally the update function models are all like this. Suppose where is that one? I didn't put this update one. But how to call this? Normally any function model, let's say you created a z calculate underscore text is a function model you created. Now if I want to utilize this function model, you have to use all function, then in a single code you have to call this function model. Okay, z calculate underscore text, always you have to go in update task. Okay. Then here you have a export and import parameter. So always the normal function model is called like this. Just call function. Okay, all function like this. You have a exporting and importing parameters are there, right? But this one, the update function model always called in update task. Okay, in update task, then you have a exporting and importing parameter. Okay, what's the point? So in update task means I will explain more clearly what does it mean object in update task. Okay, where exactly this function model get executed and how this function model get executed. Yes. Okay, let me tell one example of this update task. Let's say so you know what is the SD flow, right? Sales order flow. Yes. Anybody? Shiva, just tell me what is the sales order flow?
Sales order flow, no, sir.
Yeah.
PO creation.
Oh, in SO, sales order I'm asking, it's not PO. I'm asking sales order. Yes, Dipti?
No idea, sir.
Okay. So here, what exactly happened? No, first it will be create a quotation, right? Yes. First it will be a quotation. Okay. The next one. What is the next one? You have a yes.
Request for vendor.
No, this is I'm talking about this is SD flow, not MM flow. So the second one is we are creating a sales order. Yes. Then after that, after the sales order, what? We are doing a what? There in between there are different steps. So therefore I'm going directly to delivery. Okay.
GRM.
Delivery. Okay. Then I'm talking about engine. I'm not going inside that functionality. So I'm talking in general. Then you have a after billing you have a So after delivery, you have a billing. Okay.
Yes.
So what are the tables are there? Different tables associated with this. Yes. So this is VBAK and
VBAK.
VBAP. But in quotation, your VBTYP, the sales order type is equal to C. Whereas for sales order, VBTYP equal to B. Okay. What is the delivery for delivery? What are the tables for delivery? Yes.
LIKP.
LIPS, LIKP.
LIPS, LIKP, and for billing, what are the billing tables? VB, yes,
Intake. No idea.
VBRK, so VBRK and VBRP. Now, suppose, okay, what happens? So now there is a delivery comes before the quotation. So there is a proper flow is there. Okay, so that means SAP working on this business flow. This business flow cannot be, no, you cannot break this business rules. Business rules. So if a quotation is there, then after that only, with reference to quotation, the sales order will be created. And delivery, same way, sales order, after the sales order, only delivery will be created. After delivery, the final is billing. Okay. So all this, there is a flow. Now you cannot go. This is step 1. The next one is you have a step 2. Step 3. This is step 4. Okay. Now, so this is a, so what I know now, there is activity. Let's say I want to write some logic over here. So what I'm doing, I'm utilizing different function models. Let's say for quotation, I'm utilizing, there is a function model. Let's say ZFM1. Now after that, I want to execute my Z function model 2. Okay. Now after that, I want to get ZFM3. Z, then you have a Z function model 4. Okay. Now what I'm doing, no, I'm just synchronizing this function model. Okay. I'm just synchronizing this function model. That means one function model. So at last, if all the function model has updated this task, then I am updating this one. Unless until somewhere the problem has occurred. Let's say in the delivery step, some problem has occurred. So what I should do? I should roll back that. So what happened? No, let's say if ZFM1, ZFM2 is worked fine, then what I should do? Worked fine. Then I should update. I should commit, or I should update the ZFM3 function model, or else roll back. Okay. So what I'll do now, if my first function model and second function model executed in a proper way, if those function models updated in a proper way, then I must update function model C. If that somewhere, if in sales order level some problem has occurred, I must roll back all the step. Okay. Got it? So to automate this kind of functionality in a particular function model, you have to use, in update task. That means you have to synchronize all this function model in a proper way. Okay. That means if somewhere one step is inconsistency, then you should not allow. Let's say in second step, the steps 2, you have got some problems. You should not allow for the delivery, because unless until you don't have a sales order, you do not have a delivery. Okay, right? Yes, got the concept? So for such kind of, if you're utilizing at a different point, you're utilizing one function module, then that function module you have to write call function module, the function module name in update task. Then if that is an update task, after, so always remember that update function module will update the data once you write, once at last, suppose we write a commit statement. Okay, that means what I'm doing, so at this level I will write call function zf1 in update task. Okay, then same way I will call this call function zf2 the task. Same way I must call for others also. And so at last what I'll write, I will write commit. So all this function module will be one by one will be get executed in a proper sequence. Okay, this is 3. Yes, got the point. So always remember that the update function module, the update any sort of data to the database once you write the commit. If you write the commit statement, no, so all the function module what are there in the update task, the function module called in update task, everything will be updated in a synchronized way. Okay, so there is no chance of getting inconsistency data in the database. Okay, unless until you do not have a delivery, you cannot go for a billing. Okay, because that particular product has not been delivered to a customer. How you can write how can you raise an invoice and take the money from a customer? So each and every business tasks are dependent on their previous activity. So if a sales order has not been raised by a customer, suppose you have not ordered anything in Amazon, how can the product can be delivered to you? So for a delivery, so obviously sales order has to be created in a system, right? So
Yes, sir.
this kind of activity you can you can update in a synchronized way or in a sequential way by using this update function module. Okay, got the point? Yes. So always remember
Yes, sir.
update function module will be commit at the last. Okay, at the last. So here you can call this function module, so you can identify whether the error has occurred or not through your exception parameter, right? If error has been occurred, then you will roll back that. That means all the step will not be executed. Okay. If everything is okay, then at last you have to commit. That means yes, data is okay with the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Now at last, once you write the commit, then a particular quotation will be created with the sales order. Sales order there is a delivery, and for a particular delivery you have a billing. Okay, got the point? Shiva, got the point?
Yes,
Sir.
You have any confusion with this?
No, sir.
no, sir.
Always remember that commit statement will update the data in the update task. Suppose you called this update function module 3 times in update task, then at last once you write the commit, all the data will be get reflected to the backend database. Okay, so this is all about your update function modules. Now, what are the different components are there? The first one you have a input. Second one you have a export. Then you have a,
Exception.
let me write changing because these are related. Okay. Then fourth one you have a tables. Okay. Fifth one is what this basically takes is the input. This is a output. Okay. This act like a work area. Act as a both input and but text work area value. That means single value, right? Okay, not only work area value, but act as a work area, but it act as a both an input and output, but text single value like work area. Okay. Same way, the tables also act both as input and output. Right? Multiple value like internal table. Okay. Handle errors. Okay. Got it. These are the different parameters of a function modules or components of function module. Now, okay, now let us create. So this is function module. So let us create a function module. So how to create a function module? You have to go SC37. Okay. So let's say I'm creating a function module. Let's say I will give you a material number. I will give a material number, and I want how many materials are there in that particular function module. Or let's say what I'll do, I'll just okay, hold on. What is my requirement? Okay, so what is my requirement? Once I give a self order item, then it has to give me a self order number. Okay, what are the how many items are there? It has to return me. Okay, so just writing Z cells underscore item. So I'm creating this function module. Just create this, but it'll ask you function group. So before that, you must create a function group. Okay. So where exactly I will go to SCIT, and here I must give a Z function group cells. Yes. Then you have a function group for cells. Then I will use local object activate. Observe what I'm doing. So sort of function model. There, yes. So here, can you see here? So you have a different import, export, changing tables, exception, and you have source code tab is there. So here you need to write the logic. Okay. So what exactly you have to do? You have to create a structure from here. So here first I will take a IVBLN. Okay. Then the next one is you have to use a type. So if you don't, so here go to F4. You have type ref to type. So basically type ref to in object oriented point of view. Now we are not interested for object oriented. We are just writing the procedural approach. So just click on type, and here you have to give a associate type. So what is associate type? I have to give a VBLN. Okay, that's it. No default value. If you want to initialize value, you can give a default value. Okay. So here, always remember that there is a like a pass by value. So you can make a field as a mandatory or optional. Okay. So for time being, not for timing, this is mandatory. So I should not check this one. If I check this one, it will be optional. Optional means even if I pass the value, not the pass the value, it doesn't have an impact. If you want to, because if I have, because as I'm just writing a logic to get a sales order, details, sales order item, how many line items are there. So I must use this as a mandatory parameter. Okay. Now, just remember one thing that
What about password values?
yeah, I just explained right now. So basically, the value can be written or a return value or a value exchange with the function module can be done in a two-way. Okay, can be done in two-way. I think normal C program also you have these two kinds of things, or simply value passing. Okay, either you get the value or pass the value. Either pass value pass means either get uh, either get result output or give input. So both way. Okay. So function can do two way. First one you have a pass by value. Okay. Pass by value, and second one is pass by reference. So pass by reference means here you are passing a address of the particular value. What is that address? I will discuss more clearly in subroutine part. Just remember that. This pass by reference, wherever the reference word is coming, that means, so as I told that suppose any value, suppose there is a value called, let's say I just declaring data a type I. Okay. Now I'm assigning a is equal to 5. Okay. Got it. Now this is my statement. Now what happened in general, how in backend it gets stored now? In backend, let's say this is the memory which has been allocated. Okay. Let's say this is the memory, number is from 109 something. This is a memory, okay, not a value. And that value, it is there in a 5. Okay. Got the concept? Yes. Everybody?
Yes, sir.
That means, let's say
Yes, sir.
memory, this is my memory, this is memory number. Okay, this is a memory number, but inside that I store the value a equal to 5. Okay. Now when it comes to the pass by value, what will happen? Pass by value, this 5, the value will be passed 5. Okay, because in pass by value is getting passed to the function module or from the function module. Yes, got the concept? That means in this case, the first pass by value, what will be passed here? 5 will be passed. Okay. What the point? Yes.
No, sir.
Huh? Any confusion?
Here it will pass only the 5, no, sir?
5. The value 5 will be passed. But in pass
Yeah.
reference, pass by reference, address will be passed to function module or from the function module. Got it? So what is the value it will pass here?
10987.
Yes. What the point? That means this address will be passed, and this address, once suppose I am asking, let's say you are staying in a place, so it has some address, right? Got it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Suppose you are staying somewhere, let's say I am staying somewhere that has an address. Like same way, each and every value what you are storing in a backend, in a database, it has allocated with the address number. Okay, inside the address number will be allocated. Now, when it comes to the pass by reference, it will pass this address, and based on this address, it will search what is the value that it stored in that address. Okay. Yes. What's the point?
It won't pass
Yes, sir.
5. Huh?
It won't
It's a
pass
pass
5. It will be known as the address. So once it found the address, then it will search for what is the value that's stored in a address, that particular address or memory. Okay, got it. So that means pass by value always work with the value. Okay, whereas pass by reference always work with the address number. Okay. Yes. What's the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
So once it get the address, it will find out what is that value stored in that particular address. But here in pass by value, he is not interested for any sort of address. He just wants what is the value. Okay. So that value has to be passed to that particular. So always remember that the function module do not function module. Just remember, this is a note that function module do not support the pass by reference. Okay. So always should work in but so pass by, so what exactly it's working? Pass by value. Yes.
Yes, sir. Where we will use that pass by reference.
Yeah. Always support pass by value. Okay. Got it.
Where will use that pass by reference?
Sorry.
Where we will use that pass by reference?
Because somebody address can be modifiable, no? Yes. Why means the address I can modify it. Okay. So there is a concept like in subroutine. We will study this if you go to subroutine. There is a pass by reference. So here, I think before this function model, I must teach you subroutine. So I did mistake that first I taught you this function model. Okay. So once you go here, why we will go for that? Because if you modify any memory, let's say if I assign something in the memory, then automatically that 5 value can be modified. You can modify that value based on that particular address. Okay. So for time being, you just understand that a function model do not support pass by reference, but it support pass by value. Why that reason I will clarify in subroutine part, because in subroutine we are discussing clearly how this pass by reference, pass by value is working out. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Because different demo I will show how the memory is impacting to your value. Okay. How through address you can modify a value of that particular address. Okay. So for that reason we are not using pass by reference in the function model, because the above do not support pass by reference in function model. Whereas in subroutine, you can use both pass by reference as well as pass by value. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So that's the reason there is a pass by value. So here I want to make optional as a, I don't want to optional because I want to make mandatory. If mandatory, you have to uncheck this one. Here you have to use pass by value. Okay. And here I underscore Wagner. Okay, let me do one thing. I just uncheck this one. Okay. Then I just type. Then it has a Wagner. Now this is exit. So here, now these are the input parameter. Inputting, that means it will accept a value. Okay. Now in tables, I must declare a parameter that is a table. So how to declare a table type? Yes. How to create a table type? Yes.
SC11.
SC11. First I must create a structure, right? To create a table type. So here I must create Z cells underscore item. Okay. Z cells item. Then just create it. Okay. I'll create a structure. So let's say cells item, and here I will take a VBLN and type as a typing. Then we have a type, and then I will just take a let's say ERDAT. Then you have a type, and then you have a ERDAT. We have ERNM. then type, then have here. I'm taking AURT, okay. Just let me take this fourth field only. And what I'll do, I just activate them, okay. I just activate them. But there's some warning, like, what is it? What is the warning? I have the enhancement category. So
Enhancement category.
here I just will use character numeric. Then I'll activate them, okay. Now this is my structure has been created. So I will take the structure, go for table type. So here I'll use, then I will create. Now this time I will choose table type. So here I will give a table type for sales item. I'll put this. Here just activate them. Okay. Now here I created table type. Just I'll go to function module. I'll go to function module. Where I created a function module. Here I just create a function module. Here I will take IT underscore or T underscore. I will set T underscore VBLN. Sorry, VBAP. Okay. I'll use type. What is the table type here? Like this. I'll hit enter. Double time hit enter. Then this is once I activate. This is accepting. Okay. Password value. Yeah, it support I think see pass by reference, but in general, in RFC or somewhere you will get that problem. Normal function mode, I think it is not. So let me clarify this point. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let me clarify. See here, if I'll uncheck this one, that means it's a pass by reference. Right? We are not selecting pass by value right now. Okay.
Yes.
So that means you can able to create a pass by reference. Okay, let us go with this concept only pass by value. Pass by reference. Okay. So let me see what is the impact it has. But somewhere in some RFC function model, I think the pass by reference is not allowed somewhere. So let me clarify this point. Okay. So here VBLN, then you have a what is the other value you have taken? ERNM, right? No. This is ERNM. Then you have ERDAT. What are the tools we took there? Just copy this. Form VAP into what is the table? It has a T underscore VBAP. Okay, T underscore VBAP where VBLN. So can you see once you write the source code, it is showing importing and table parameters. Okay, table parameters. So here I think here I will use VBLN and Posner equal to I underscore Posner. Okay, let's activate them. What is okay? That column name also. What is showing on the column? I think AURT is not there. VBAP. It is there in VBAK, right? So here we go to. So let me delete this. Here, just remove this. I don't want that. Database, okay. TVBAP. It's not compatible. Okay, no issue. Just activate this. Okay. So what are the things you have to take here? You have to take importing parameter, okay. But somehow it is allowing pass by reference. I think I'm. Let me confirm that. I think function module somewhere it pass by references are not allowed. But let me confirm. Here it is easily allowing. I think during RFC creation, pass by references are not allowed. Yes, I think so, because once I created RFC, through that pass by references are not allowed. You have to always pass by value. Okay. Hello. What the point? Hello. Yes, Shiva. Hello. Hello. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, yes, sir.
I think internet issue. Internet problem has occurred. Okay. Okay. So let me just verify that whether pass by reference or pass by value. Can you see the screen, or just I need to share? Now you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me confirm this point, whether this point don't trigger it as a, so I will just confirm this point. Okay. Maybe for RSC case, pass by reference is not allowed. Okay. For normal case, both of these are allowed, I think. Yes. So there are three kind of function module, right? Hello. Let me
So we can able to hear it.
check that.
Normal.
Parameter table overhead. Table parameters can be passed by references. So here. Okay. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me right now? Yes. Shiva. Hello. 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 Now you can hear me. Yes. I think
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
internet problem. I think. So just no, we can use both. I think whatever I just studied in the somewhere, if I'll get that clue, but for timing, I think we can use both, right? Pass by value, pass by reference. Okay. Yes. Forget that I made mistake in, but somewhere I have saw that. Maybe it's my mistake that. So both you can utilize pass by value, pass by reference in a function model. Okay. Maybe in subroutine
Okay.
somewhere you cannot use both. There is one point that somewhere you cannot utilize both. Okay. So here pass by value, pass by reference, you can utilize in a function module also. Okay.
Okay.
Now here you can see I didn't check this. If I check this, that means a pass by value. But if I'm unchecking, that means it's a pass by reference. Okay. That means it's a pass by reference. I can do easily see if anything. If you want to confirm, do in server, practice it. You can able to know that whether that statement is correct or not. So easily I can create here without any no pass by value. I just passing by reference. So here, what are the things I did here? I just taken the two parameters, importing parameters, cell sort only, cells item. In the table section, I just taken a table type. Here you cannot make type table of. There is no provision to make type table. If you want to create a table, that if you want a parameter should be taken as a table type, then you must take as a table type. Okay, it must be from a table type. Yes, if you want to take, because table can be act both as a importing and exporting both. So if you want to take a table type, that if you want to hold a multiple value in this parameter, you could take a table type. Okay, same way, if you want to make a changing parameter, go over here. You can make it from structure also. Okay, got the point? And here you can write a different code. Here I'm just fetching three values into my table type, table structure, and based on this parameter, input parameters. Okay. So if I'll activate them and I will just execute them. Okay. So here I can, as I told, function module can be executed independently, right? So here let me take the value 5090 and let's say I'm giving output as a some 1, okay, or 10, sorry, 10. So I will execute this. What is the dump it is coming? The database, it is not compatible. Okay. Okay, let me go over here. I think again, let me reactivate those structures and table type. Display. Here activate them. Then table type also has to be activated. Change. Activate once again. Okay. Now I'll go to the function module. So here I will go to this function module. SC37. I'll change it, okay. And the table, just activate this, okay. So let me give 5090 and some error it is coming. The error data is field result type AM not compatible. Okay. So some error is this to the select statement. Okay, let me go to the function module, change, and here select Let me put the breakpoint over here. I can identify what is the error over here. So just check what is the value it is coming in IVPLN and this partner. So if I'll do F5, no, that is some error with the function model. So here what I'll do, I will do SCAP. I will activate this function model. This is activated already. Just find out. I think here when doing syntax check, we are getting some database field result type, the aggregate function here, table type.
Sir, is this from VBAP or VBAK, sir?
This is from VBAP. Oh shit. I think we did mistake. ER and ERDAT is not there in VBAP, right? Yes.
I think so, sir.
Correct. What do you find is correct? Yes. ERDAT, these are not there. We have material, other things are there. Material group. Okay. So I think we made mistake. For that reason, it is throwing error. Yes. So let me go with
Yes, sir.
tables. Yeah. Let me change something here. Okay. So I will use Matner. Okay. This one I am just using. Activate them. Now what are the things I will do? In the importing, I'm just removing this Pogner. I don't want Pogner. Just to remove this. I want to fetch based on cell order, one cell order. I can delete over here. I cannot remove directly. I can delete over here. So here, activate this. Edit. In the source code, I will remove that. Source code, remove this. And here, change this value. This is Pogner. I took Pogner. This one is Matner. Activate them. Here I can run this. Now I have to give cell shot only 5090, and as soon as you execute, just F8. So can you see you are getting 4 entries? Okay, got it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here that means function module can be executed independently. Okay. So here let me remove this. So the same function module I will utilize in my program. How to utilize this function module? Go to SC38. Go to SC38. Now here you have to give z demo function model usage. Okay, just create it. Here you can give function model usage in above. Here what I'll do, I will just take a data, because already I created a structure, right? So I can create a work area and a table, standard table. So I can give what is the structure? That cells item, right? What is the structure I just created? Go to import. This is my structure. Table type and structure both. So here this is my structure. and this is my table type. Okay, I can do this way also, right? I can create a, no need to give type standard table because already this is giving a table kind of structure, rows and columns, because that's why it is called table type. Okay. Yes. So here to use a function module, I have to go here pattern and I have to give that function module name. What is the function module name? Z cells item. Just copy this function module. Okay. Paste it over here. And you have to hit enter. So once you hit enter, no, here how to accept a value from a selection screen, you have to use parameter. Okay. Got it. Now here I will just give p underscore vbln, and here I will give how to print it loop it vbap into my work area, use write statement, vbln comma have a vbap formula have a vbap. Okay, got the point. We are not writing any select statement. We are just fetching that part of the function module. And this is the way how the function modules are called. So if I'll run this report, so by default a parameter will be coming. That means enter value will be coming. So I will just enter sales order. Okay, just you can give a description over here. Sales order number. Activate. Yeah, go back. Here I can give a sales order number. So it will be 5090. And as soon as I run this, no, I'll get the value. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
Hence, the same function module you can utilize in a different programs. That means this gives a reusability kind of functionality, but in include also give you reusability kind of functionality, but you cannot test that include independently. Okay. Whereas in the function module, you can test that particular function module independent. You can execute that, and you have different kind of function module also. Like you have a remote enable, update function module, normal function. So all this category of function module either you can use with the same server or in a different server also, right? SRM, CRM, or if you want to use that certain RFC function module BAPI from a .NET or Java system, you can utilize that also. Okay, but subject to condition that you have to establish a connection between them by using RF destination, other thing that basically basis consultant will create a connection between different server, either from a within SAP or maybe outside of the SAP also. Okay. What's the point? So these are the facility you are getting in the function modules. Okay.
sir, where to
Okay.
check all the standard function models?
Where?
Where to check all the standard function models?
In
We have a
SM30,
SAP stand.
yeah, SM37
Standard
only.
function module.
Yeah, standard function module. So here, I think BAPI you can find out over here, but most of the standard function also here. Go to SC37. Okay. Instead of that, what you need to do? No, you need to find F4. Here by giving a different description, you can find over here. I think different function. So here you can from F4 you can find out. These are thing here. Hold on. I think there is a transaction code to find all the hold on, I'm forgetting that. Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Can you hear me? The internet issue is there, I think. Hold on.
Sir.
So here, hello. Go here. So here, how you can find out? Hold on. Sheet 37. Utilities. Internet issue is there. Find. So here you can give a package also. Package, how can you find a package of a transaction code? Okay. So here, say, so let's say I'm utilizing. So here, how to find?
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Sir,
find.
your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay, hold on.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, now you can hear me, right? Now you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
So where you have to find out, no? You have to go back, okay? There is a function model, right? There is a utility, yes. Here you have to find, okay? And you have to give a package name. How to find a package name for a particular transaction code? Suppose I'm going to a VA01, okay? If I want to find a function model related to this, you'll go to system, status, okay? System status, somewhere in the program, package somewhere is a VA, I think. Go to find a package. Yeah, hello, can you hear me? Yes, Shiva.
Sir.
So how to do that? So here, go to here, okay. Here you can find the function modules, okay. Got it. Here you can find the all the standard function module. How you can find, okay. How to find it here? First, you have to go to any standard transaction. Suppose if you want to find any sales order, okay, go to VA01. Now I want to find a standard function module for this transaction code, okay. Yes. So here I have to go to the system. First, I have to go to system status, okay. Then here I will just go to this program name, inside program. Then I'll find it a package name. From here, go to attribute, okay. Then this package name, I will take package as a VA, and then here I will go back, and from H37, here I have to go to utilities. Here is find is there, right? Just click on this package name over here, okay. So here, once you execute, no, you will get all the set of function modules, standard function modules, okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Can you see there are different function modules that they are used for the transaction VA01, okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is the way how to find a function module generally. Okay. So tomorrow I will discuss about subroutines. So this is all about your function module. So tomorrow I will discuss about subroutines. Okay. Then once this part is done, we will write a report program. Okay. We will utilize whatever concept we have studied till now, from a subroutine to function module. We include programs and all the internal table syntaxes. Okay. Then we have all open SQL statements, select statement, select joins. All this concept we will utilize to write a report program. Okay. So whatever we studied from the previous classes, these are just a just like ABCD. Okay. Just after this, our report part will be we will be working on scenario based. Okay. We will discussing our classes will be scenario based. Okay. What the
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm stopping over here since today the internet problem. Sorry for that. So I'll rectify this. So whatever the videos are there, I will share in a Google Drive, and you can I will set the username password. You can go and download it from there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.